asked for this? Who wanted to see more of the Yentas in 2025? Headline at USA Today. The View, ABC's daytime talk show, expands to weekends. Woohoo! Yes, yes, yes. Excuse me? Expand to weekends? I thought the media was concerned about climate change. If they're so concerned about climate change, why are they expanding The View? These ladies are responsible for record-breaking emissions. Whether it's CO2 or methane, the toxic gas is endless. The air filters are already having a hard enough time cleaning this air pollution 5 days a week. From the toxic mouth farts to the steady supply of boodle breeze, production is maxed out. Factory workers are working overtime. 3M? They can't keep up with the demand. ABC can't keep enough air filters on hand to keep up with the constant pollution on The View. That's why the beautiful faces of the Yentas are disguised by the toxic smog. The filtration system cannot keep up. And now? You want to expand the schedule? Now? You want America to be exposed to the toxic flatulence of the Yentas 7 days a week? Again, who in the hell asked for this? Going into 2025, who asked for the Yentas to expand their schedule from 5 days a week to a full 7 days a week? I'm looking down the list of New Year's resolutions. I am not seeing this request. I see other resolutions here. I'm looking at Zion Williamson's resolution for the new year. It says, reduce the size of the caboose. I'm looking at Dennis Allen's resolution. It says, don't suck. I found Gabby Newsom's resolution, the esteemed dictator of the People's Republic of California. Gabby's resolution for 2025, find water. I'll help him out with that one. Gabby, pull up the compass on your phone. Situate yourself until the compass shows a W. Now, the W, it doesn't stand for winner. Unlike the media, your phone isn't in the business of lying to you. The W actually stands for west. Now, once you see the W, walk in that direction and you will eventually walk into the Pacific Ocean. Now, I haven't been to California in a while, but my inside sources, they are telling me that the Pacific Ocean, it is still full of water. While I was drinking my coffee this morning, I was watching old concerts from the 90s on YouTube. For some reason, a video of Limp Bizkit performing at Woodstock was on my recommended feed. I watched it, then I ended up going down a rabbit hole for an hour or so watching legendary performance after legendary performance. The Cranberries at Woodstock 94, Kid Rock, the Red Hot Chili Peppers at Woodstock 99, Nirvana Unplugged on MTV back when MTV was a force in the culture. Today, MTV is nothing but 24 hours of Rob Doofus and that stupid-ass ridiculousness. I hate that show. But anyway, as I was watching all these legendary performances, I got to feeling a bit nostalgic. I feel bad for these kids who weren't alive in the 90s. People my age, we owe a debt of gratitude to our parents and the people in Gen X that came before us because they were responsible for giving us the best decade of music and entertainment. The 90s and 2000s were magical. It was the peak of damn near every genre of music. It was the peak of television and movies. This was back when people went on reality TV and they were real. They weren't worried about their image. They weren't worried about their brands. They weren't worried about what lonely men on social media were saying once they took a break from spanking the skin off the wanker. It was the golden age of entertainment. The Real World, The Challenge, the Of Love shows on VH1. Flavor Flav! Roseanne, Home Improvement, The Sopranos, The Wire. Back then, we didn't realize how good we had it. We thought it would be like that forever. Today, instead of reality shows that feature reality, instead of classic shows being produced, what are we getting from the networks? We are getting 7 days of the Yentas. Yesterday was an emotional day on The View. The ladies broke down in tears as they said goodbye to our former fearless leader, Johnny B. Biden. Make sure to like and subscribe. You can follow me on Twitter at KC_BTL84. Link to the second channel's in the description below. This weekend on the second channel, going to be talking about a disciple of Megan Rapinoe in the People's Republic of California, prepubescent boy, a teenage boy, and his dominance of girls basketball. Gonna try to get that done today, but playing golf this afternoon, so it might be tomorrow. Also gonna be getting into NBA ratings and how the mainstream media is conveniently ignoring TGL outdrawing the NBA on Tuesday night. So if you haven't already, head over to the second channel and subscribe. And I appreciate all you guys who already have. Wednesday night, our former fearless leader, Johnny B. Biden, he bid farewell to America after 50 years of huge embarrassing failure in politics. For the vast majority of the country, this was a celebration. For the first time in years, there's hope for the future. The woke fungus has been rejected. There is a mass exodus of identifiers in Washington, along with a mass influx of normal people taking over. Well, as normal as a politician can be. Compared to this last administration, Mike Spence and Mitch McDonald look like normal people. If you gave me the choice between Rachel Levine and Mitchell, I'm going to go with Mitchell. And poor Mitch, he no longer has the ability to make facial expressions. He shares that commonality with the ladies on The View, except his inability to express himself facially, it's not from an overdose of Botox. Most of us were celebrating Wednesday night as John Biden said goodbye to America. Not the ladies on The View. No! For the lovely ladies, this is a very traumatic time. We are losing the consistent incompetence of Johnny B. Biden, and it's being replaced by the logic and common sense of Orange Man Bad. The ladies shared a clip of John Biden's speech as the whoopee cushion set up the segment. You could hear the gears of the air compressor as Whoopi Goldberg was cranking her leg. Once the clip of John Biden finished and her leg was mid-air, placed at the perfect angle for maximum wind speed, the whoopee cushion released a powerful boodle breeze that shocked the lonely women in the audience. As the smog filled the air, the tears began to form in the eyes of Big Red Joy Behar. Now, most people think that she was crying over the depressing speech from Johnny B. Biden. The smell of the boodle breeze was so strong, it produced tears to anyone exposed to it at a radius of 5 miles. Big Red put on a dramatic performance as she expressed her desire to see 4 more years of misery with John Biden. Watch for yourself.
So I miss him already.
I do too.
I miss him. You know, he spent the last 50 years caring about the country. This other one spent 50 years scamming everybody, you know, and trying to stay out of jail. You know who I'm talking about. You know, I really miss Biden. I feel like we were safe. Like, I didn't have to worry. Was everything going to blow up? Well, I could live my life while he was there. Now, every day I wake up and I worry, what is this guy going to do next? They need to start shelling their money out. These guys, Bezos and Musk.
Trump.
They give it to Trump. Yeah. Do they think that they're going to live forever, these people? You know, everybody dies. I hate to break it to them, but you are not going to live forever. According to the World Food Program, we could end world hunger by 2030 with $40 billion. That's all it would take. And he, Elon Musk, his net worth grew by $170 billion in the month after the election.
Oh, just wait. Yeah.
Just keeps making more and more money, and nothing is done with that money to help people.
Do I sense a little bit of jealousy? It sounds to me like Big Red is jealous that Elon Musk flies around in private jets and she is still stuck riding the Bruce caboose. Is it any wonder why the media has no credibility? You really expect me to believe Joy Behar wakes up every morning scared? You really expect me to believe Big Red is afraid to get out of bed because Donald Trump is the president? To be honest with you, I hope that is true, because if she's afraid to get out of bed, she won't be on my TV. What is there to miss with Johnny B. Biden? Are you going to miss inflation? When I was in high school, you could buy a 12-pack of Old Milwaukee, the Beast. You could purchase the Beast for $3 or $4. Today, you can barely buy a single beer for $3. Are you going to miss high gas prices? I don't know about you guys, but I'm damn sure going to miss spending $100 to fill up my 4Runner. Are you going to miss sending billions of dollars to Ukraine? If Big Red is so concerned about starving children, why don't we take that money that we are sending to Ukraine and send it to the kids? The children! It's all about the children! What happened to Big Red caring about the kids? I checked in with my good friend Trick Daddy. Here we are over 20 years later, and Trick still loves the kids. How come Big Red would rather send billions to Ukraine instead of feeding the kids? That doesn't sound very equitable to me. Let me ask you something. How would you end world hunger with $40 billion? This is one of the areas of expertise for the mainstream media, spending other people's money. Big Red claims that world hunger would end and it would only cost $40 billion. Only $40 billion. But I noticed that she didn't go into specifics. She didn't provide details to this master plan. I wonder why. I wonder why Big Red refused to provide details. Maybe, just maybe, it's because Joy Behar knows she's full of shit. The federal government, they have been throwing money at this problem for decades. It's called welfare. Unsurprisingly, the billions of dollars they have spent hasn't solved the problem, it's made it worse. For the media to be so obsessed with China, you would think they would be educated on Chinese culture. Lao Tzu was a Chinese philosopher. Centuries ago, he shared an interesting proverb about fish. Give a man a fish, he'll eat for a day. Teach a man to fish, you feed him for a lifetime. Big Red might be right. For the small price of $40 billion, we might be able to end world hunger for a day. But what happens tomorrow? What about Sunday? Then Monday? You see, the thing about handouts, the thing about subsidies, the beneficiary becomes reliant on the subsidizer instead of the beneficiary becoming reliant on themselves. That's why you see generations of families on welfare. The handout robs them of their ambition, doesn't do them any favors in the long run. That doesn't mean that people shouldn't receive help when they need it, but the help should come with an expiration date. I cannot believe that ABC expanded this show. But I do have some bad news if you are one of the dozens who were looking forward to spending your weekends with the Yentas. If you thought you would be able to enjoy the Boodle Breeze on the weekends, you thought wrong. The Whoopee Cushion has refused to participate. Matter of fact, she actually removed herself from the group chat. According to USA Today, Whoopi Goldberg said she doesn't care about what her fellow panelists are saying on the weekends. Who would have thought I would have something in common with Whoopi Goldberg? I don't care what the ladies are saying during the week. Why in the hell would I waste my weekends listening to the musings of Asuncion? Give me your thoughts on this. The View expands to 7 days. Well, Casey, where can I watch it? I don't know. I didn't bother to look it up. Why would you want to watch it? Joy Behar claims that she is missing Johnny B. Biden. Who is watching this garbage? 7 days? Really? 7 days of The View? I don't get it. Why would ABC do this? Why do we need 7 days of The View? You tell me. Sound off in the comments below. Best way to contact me is through email, btlkc84@gmail.com. I'll see you guys later.